Compromise agreed. On behalf of all of us here, I want to offer our unconditional surrender. As proof of our goodwill, I want to tell you that the culprits got into town with help from Farron Brygo's organization, and...
Isaac, how could you? How could you throw in with these people? How could you let them take my family? Where are my parents and my little brother?
They're in the grave you passed on the way here. They didn't suffer, Lucia, I promise. Baby, look, I didn't mean it to go this way. I tried to stop them, I really did. I begged.
Stop talking right now.
Not forgiveness. We want to face justice. We know what we did is wrong, but it was Nelius Dorsey. He went looking for your family, Lucia. Your family especially. That's why I got you out of your house before the raid. I didn't want anything to happen to you.
You didn't want anything to happen to me? So you let savages abduct and murder my family. You knew what they meant to me. You knew what their loss would do to me.
But you're still alive, Lucia. Don't you see? You're still alive, and that's what matters most to me. We've been under the Patriarch's boot for 50 years. We say that the 100 families are in charge, but it's really just his family. Just him. I know you must think I'm a fuzzy-headed idealist, but this society's sick. It needs to change. He escaped. He took some vehicles and headed west into the mountains. I don't think he was planning to come back. Farron Brygo's gang helped them get into town. I don't know how or why. And I overheard Nelius say something about Liberty Buchanan, the Patriarch's daughter. I think she's going to attack Colorado Springs. It sounded like she's gathering an army out in the plains. Something way worse than the Dorseys.
I have heard enough. If your betrayal of my family was not sufficient, your treachery here most certainly is. In the name of the Patriarch, I sentence you.
Please, Lucia. I did this for you. All I ever meant was to help build a better world for you. For all of us. I can't tell you how much I regret. Please don't kill me. Please. Please, Lucia. I love you.
You killed Isaac! You'll kill us all!
As I went down in the valley to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, Father, let's go down, let's go down. Come on, oh, Father, let's go down.
Come in, November 1. This is Ranger HQ. We're getting reports of shooting in your last known location at Garden of the Gods. What's your status? Over. Kick-ass, November 1. Glad to hear justice has been done. Over and out.
You let me shoot him! Never shot anybody before today, and now I've gone and shot my boyfriend. I mean, my ex-boyfriend. Ex in more ways than one, I suppose. Oh, God! And I couldn't even finish him off. I needed your help to do it. Now he's dead, and I'm to blame. Still, I pulled the trigger. The choice was mine. I could have let him live. Now he's dead, and the only memories I have are of him begging for his life. I need to find the people who steered Isaac wrong. The people who were really responsible. Neelius, Dorsey, and Liberty Buchanan. Will you help me find them? You can count on my guns every step of the way. Of course. Good. You've got yourselves a bargain, Rangers. We should go after Neelius Dorsey first. Isaac said he headed west into the mountains. No doubt he plans to hole up at one of the old resorts from before the bombs fell. I don't think we're ready to face him yet, though. Neelius will be dug in, I expect, and he'll have all his best people with him. He only left behind the expendables in the garden.
I thought she said she was gonna follow orders, not give them.
For now, we should head back to the sheriff.
How's the family?
Shut your hole. I know you slept with my wife.
Hey, slow down. I didn't, I swear. I, got bedroom issues. Flagpole don't stand, you know?
Really? Then who the hell was that in my house?
Books for sale!
Clowns. Not one book on clones?
Do you think they'll let us live in Broadmoor? My business is doing pretty good these days.
Just wish they'd rebuild my house.
You know, Miss Weston, the Marshals could always do with new blood.
I thought you only took people who were a bit more crooked-like.
We don't discriminate. As long as you can shoot and follow orders.
Perhaps not, then.
Howdy.
When the world expired, we were forged in the fire.
Bet this is all Joe's fault.
And grit. Protecting the needy and fighting
Who?
we fought because we gave a shit, and we'll keep on fighting.
Junko Murayama, sculptor, roboticist, amateur historian, and former curator of the Colorado Springs Museum of History. Can you believe it? I really fixed up that museum. Before me, just a bunch of dirty old trash we had to go look at 5 times a year in school. I brought the place into the 22nd century, scavenged some old robot parts to rebuild the animatronics, remade all the replicas from scratch, cleaned all the blood off the scar collector weapons. Good stuff. The marshals have the front boarded up, but there's a side entrance you might be able to open. It's never guarded, but they keep it locked. You didn't hear that from me. Officially, because of the Dorsey raid. But I think they didn't like the questions I was asking about the Patriarch's history while I was renovating the exhibits. I mean, why else would they tell me they'll be hiring a new curator? What's that got to do with the raid? Heck yeah, I am! It was a real sight to behold before they shut it down. Animatronic exhibits portraying our great history, true relics of our struggle to survive, displayed for all to see. Authentic handmade replicas of lost treasures. Just some real A-plus quality work, if I do say so myself. I don't even know. I sent Diligent Joe, the Patriarch's private secretary, a list of questions about the Dorsey family and the routing of the Plains gangs. Just trying to clear up a few weird discrepancies, you know? Well, he doesn't get back to me, and then the raid happens, and I'm out on my ass with no explanation. That's weird, right? That's rad! Heck yes! Thank you! You won't regret this. You're over at the old airbase, right? I've read all about that place. I'll see you back at your HQ.
Schemes to hasten our end.
Oh,
Dozens killed by Dorsey thugs! Families taken hostage!
By order of the Patriarch, only authorized personnel are to pass this gate. An invitation from the head of a family or authorization from the Patriarch. Until you have that, the gate stays closed. The attack on the city has everyone nervous. Until that's all settled down, Patriarch's orders are in effect. Authorized business only. Broadmoor Heights and the Patriarch's Palace. Good day.
Either of you ever
Brave
worried
marshals
about
stop
getting
Dorsey's
hitched to
at
a
Palace
bully?
Gates!
Hell yeah.
Patriarch alive and safe!
I've always got a smile for the marshals and never piss them off. I stay in line.
Horrible way to go. Of course, if you're up there, you deserve it.
I think we should pull some marshals from Broadmoor, put them here in downtown. If an enemy gets all the way to Broadmoor, we've got big problems.
I like your style, Rangers. I asked for a favor and you came through for me. No more Dorseys in my city, and everybody can walk out their doors again without getting shot. Some of my marshals weren't too sure about you, but I see now that they were dead wrong. Old Saul always knows best. Fine. We'll keep it professional. Whatever you want. Now, before I forget, let me introduce you to Hope Emerson. She heard all about you coming to town and she wants to join up. Ain't that right, Hope?
Pleasure's mine, Rangers. Ran the lockup in a little town called Amity on Colorado's eastern border. Figured I could do the same thing for you at your HQ, assuming you'll be arresting people now and then.
Amity got flattened by the scar collectors a while back, so Hope came west. Been trying to get her to join the marshals ever since, but she keeps turning me down flat. We have some differences when it comes to crime and punishment. But that aside, she's smart, honorable, and should be an asset to your organization.
Great. I'll head over to Ranger headquarters in a bit and start fixing up your brig. I can't think of a better way to serve than to ensure that our justice is fair, even to those who transgressed against it.
So, back to business. Did you find out how the Dorseys got into town? Figures. That rat slinked into town about 5 years back, and the Patriarch, God love him, offered him a place to set up shop. Been nothing but trouble ever since, so him making a deal with the Dorseys doesn't surprise me in the least. In fact, I had a hunch he might be involved, so I sent my best man over to his nightclub, the Little Vegas, to search for a connection. Haven't heard back from him, though, and I'm a little worried. Say, what if I asked you Rangers to go to Little Vegas and check up on him? And if you happen to find proof that Brygo helped the Dorseys while you're there, well, feel free to cuff the bastard and haul him in. Take down Brygo for me, and I'll make sure your HQ gets the best-equipped armory this side of the Rockies. Guns, ammo, armor, the whole shebang. The marshal I sent to the Little Vegas is named Delgado. Family man and the best inspector I've got. Keep him safe, and I'll owe you another favor. Always a pleasure, Rangers.
Hey, are you new around here too?
Yeah, I was just finishing up training when the Dorseys came through. Didn't even know what to do.
Yeah, they just, yanked me off the street, put a badge on my chest and a gun in my hand. They said I'd train on the job.
They must be desperate.
What do you think they do with the bodies from the pyramids?
I heard they got a mass grave just outside the walls.
I don't know, man. I swear the last shipment of meat from the bazaar tasted
If you
funky.
Rangers ever
I don't
need
even
our
want
help,
to think about that.
we're with you. Rangers ought to be running things in this city.
Team November, come in. Yeah, I got Ms. Wong, the manager at the Sands Lux Apartments, on the line. And this one might actually be something. Says she's got a tenant who might be making bombs in...
Shush, shush, shush. Let me talk to them. You're leaving out important details. It's the weirdo in apartment 3. He's gonna kill us all. There's all kinds of loud banging coming from his room. And he's not alone. He's got friends in there. They're planning something, I know it. Do you think I would have called
told you if the marshals had listened to me? They say I call too much. Goddamn lazy good-for-nothings. Maybe there was nothing going on those other times, but this one's real. I'm sure of it. Come to the Sands Lux apartments, now! That loony's liable to blow the whole place sky high.
Sorry, November. Over and out.
Huh? What do you mean by sorry?
Welcome aboard. Where are you from?
Oh, around.
Yeah, me too. We all are here.
Hello, Rangers. Permission to speak? I just wanted to say thank you again for saving my life. If you hadn't talked to Judge Watkins, well, I wouldn't be here, and I'm really happy to be here. I guess that's all I wanted to say. Thanks. Oh, and, Mom thanks you too.
Been sleeping soundly for the first time in my life.
What happens if they get more recruits?
Don't worry about it. They've taken care of us so far,
It's a
haven't
whole
they?
lot safer around here now that you Rangers
Push
are in
comes to
charge.
shove.
We'll see. We'll see.